Hi, Genki Call here with the A Chaos of Crows world event for the week of February 5th, 2022. But first, the lore. The Wargare Inari told us they had heard from the spirit world that a group of storm crows were set to attack Suncrest. Exactly why or what interest that was to the Wargare spirits we were uncertain, but we headed to Suncrest regardless. Help Suncrest defend against the storm crows and other evil birds gathering to attack it. Collect weapons and allies to help in the defense. Now, the scoring's a little wonky to me because weapons are worth 3 points, allies are worth 10 points, but there are variables involved. Every battle has a variable, maybe a variable. Let me show you. So the base scoring without the variables, the rarity order, well, the order you see in front of you is the order to go in. So, eh. Uh, all I can say is avoid Metzli if you can, and you should be fine. But this is an event that's going to take a lot of tiers to complete. I'm seeing it's going to take every member like 5 tiers to complete this. I don't know for sure, but that is what I was seeing. So anyway, take this all with a grain of salt. The battle's dropping a variable. The blue ultra rares, the storm crows, drop allies, but if they don't drop the air variable, it's only going to be worth the base points. Otherwise, it could be worth more than the base. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say, because I don't. Anyway, I have teams for you, so let's go in here. Hey, we're dancing. Ba-da-dum, bum, bum. And it stopped. It didn't like my singing. Okay, here we go. Lowest level is what you want to go for. Don't take Metzli unless you have to. Obviously, I have to right now, but this first team here, well, the first couple of teams are for people with no legendaries. Now, the Phoenix Crossbow is only here because it's the only weapon I know of that you will for sure have. If you've gotten any green mastery at all, you should have this weapon. If you have the Staff of Storms, that's great. If you don't, well, you use what you've got. You may not have the Harpy Mage, and if you don't have the Harpy Mage, you can use the Eagle Owl instead. It's going to destroy a column, so whatever column you destroy, it's going to be taking all of those gems as if they were matched instead of an explosion. But Harpy Mage is better if you have it. You can only get it from Stonesong Eyrie in the Underworld, so if you haven't made it to the Underworld yet, use the Eagle Owl. But Sunbird, I mean, how long is this going to last for you? I don't know, but it is an option. There are no legendaries here. Hopefully you have these troops. Totec is going to gain armor and barrier himself. I'm going to have a storm active one way or another, so the whole team will get a barrier. So it should be nice and safe. Sunbird, of course, is going to kill himself, but that's okay. He's going to rise from the ashes and, you know. Anyway, let's take this in. I'm sure this is going to work just fine, but like I said, I don't know how long it's going to last you if you're really low level, but, you know, we take what we can get. And at low level, this is what we can get. So we're going to do this. Blow things up. I could barrier the whole team right now. No reason to. I am using Sun Spear for the persistent firestorm. Every time Harpy Mage casts, she's going to create a dust storm, but only until it goes over to them and comes back to you. She is not a good choice to use with Phoenicia. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, problem. Having the Harpy Mage along is not a good idea, apparently, because I forgot there's a chance to summon a Blade Wing when an enemy dies. So, yeah, you might not want to take Harpy Mage. You might want to just switch to the Eagle Owl. That's probably going to be better unless you want to lose your Sunbird and not have damage to all enemies. So, I had completely forgotten about that. Anyway, another team for people with no legendaries. This one uses the Staff of Storms. You know, use whatever weapon you have, but the Staff of Storms is fantastic. It's in the Soul Forge right now. You explode yellow gems. Random status effect to all Strix allies, summon a Strix troop. We're all Strix here. And yeah, the Staff of Storms is mana blocked, but it doesn't matter because if you have bought a um, single tier in the shop, you'll have enchant, and once this casts, it self enchants. If you have it, if you have the ingots to level it up, of course. Otherwise, you might want to move this somewhere else. But here's how this team works. Tezca is going to give life and attack to an ally. You always want to cast on Sylph if you can, because she's going to do scatter damage equal to her attack, and with a boost for brown enemies. So, you know, buffing Sylph will make her do more damage. And let's see how this one works. Now this banner, you may not have it. It's a warband banner. Just choose whatever you can that's going to support your team. Minus blue is best because there's no blue at all on here, but you do what you can. So let's, right now, oh my gosh. Wowie. So right now we have a boost of plus 120. Let's cast Tezca here on there. And for me, with Tezca's magic, it's now plus 166 damage, so that's not so bad with my magic level. I am aware that it's not going to work that well for you if you're lower level. Yeah, avoid Metzley. So next up, let me grab that team. It's right here. So our MVP for this event is actually Queen Xochi. Queen Xochi is amazing. Now, you can use the Staff of Storms and 3 Queen Xochi if you want. That would be absolutely fine. But if you have High Priestess Tezca with you, then you can use any class you want. You need to have a storm with Queen Xochi because she's going to explode things. She's going to get you mana. She's going to do damage to all enemies. She's going to loop. She is amazing. This is really one of the unsung heroes of the underworld. I think she's amazing. And 3 of her will work just fine. But if you want to use any class at all, take High Priestess Tezca with you. She also does damage to all enemies with a boost. She blesses all yellow allies, so more than half the team. And she conjures a light storm at the start of every turn, so you'll always have a storm. Up to you, whichever way you want to do it. Is that a minus brown banner? Are you kidding me? Hold on, let's change that. Let's see. How about yellow? Well, let's try yellow and purple to start with. Not minus red. Yellow and purple, minus green, purple and yellow. Purple and yellow. Let's do this one. Let me change the team code. I'll be right back. Okay. Right, let's go showcase this team real quickly. I think it's probably too low level to really be able to showcase to you how well this is going to work. But we'll try. We'll do this. Let's blow things up. Kapow! Meow. There we go. And Queen Xochi, because there's a storm, she's going to explode things. And will she? I don't know if she got it. I don't know if I got any match 4s out of that at all, but you can see how it cascades, especially with a storm going. Well, it won't happen unless there's a storm going on, but you know. All right. Next, another legendary team. This time, again, you can use any class. If you have High Priestess Tezca with you, you can use any class on these you want. However, with this particular team, you do want to use Stormcaller class because we're using the Nimbus bow, which has a boost from the Strix allies. And to be a Strix yourself, you have to use Stormcaller class. You don't have to bring High Priestess Tezca. You can bring well, no, you can bring Garuda if you want, but he does start a firestorm, which will be overwritten on the next turn and go back to a light storm, but it's up to you. You can take another Queen Xochi with you. You can take 2 Taloca, whatever you want to do, but the Nimbus bow is going to create yellow and blue gems. The yellow will feed the whole team. The blue, well, except for the hero. And the blue will feed Taloca. Taloca is going to do triple damage if there's a storm. It's a solid choice. If you want to try it, let's do that. Let him take the skulls. I don't care. Take the skulls. Give me mana. I don't need red. I don't need red. Yes, I'll take that. Thank you. Let's go ahead and use this on this guy. Oh, the beautiful matches. Let's go ahead and use Taloca. So triple damage plus the boost from the medals and badges. It will actually work quite well. Even though normally he's not incredibly powerful, during an event when you have a boost from medals and badges, it's going to be better. So let's get rid of that, since I have it there, and go back in here to a Chaos of Crows and grab the next team. We're switching off to using some, sorry, my brain. Mythics! We have 3 teams with Mythics, 3 different Mythics. So the first one, Metzley, go away. We'll do a higher level one just because we can, and just maybe showcase this a little better. Plume Staff. Again, you're going to want to use, if you're using the Plume Staff, you're going to want to use Stormcaller because it's boosted by Suncrest allies. It's going to create a mix of 6 yellow and purple gems. This is in the Soul Forge right now. Yellow and purple. Purple will feed itself and Quetzalma. Yellow will feed the whole team. Quetzalma is mana blocked down here, but she's going to create a ton of yellow and... I don't know. It's up to you. Whatever weapon you want to use here, but I thought something different would be nice. So let's take this in, see how it goes. I haven't tested it, so... Alright. Let's see what we've got here. So Harpy Mage is ready to go. This will switch to a Dark Storm for a minute when I cast it. And I guess I can go ahead and just show you that. So watch the bottom here. When I cast, she's going to create a Dust Storm. It'll go over to the enemy and switch right back to the Light Storm because of the class. We're going to cast this just to see how it goes. And we'll do this. Oops, I forgot to look and see which one would be best. Let's do blue. I love it when they loop. All right. So that is one of the options. The second option, wait, was that the second? No, that was the first one. Okay, next one. Next one with a mythic is trying to utilize Phoenicia. You're going to need to have Sunspear going on here. Garuda, if you lose your hero, you lose your permanent red storm. Garuda will create a firestorm if you need it. He also double mana blocks, or blocks 2 of Phoenicia's colors, but Queen Xochi will blow things up, and Staff of Storms will blow things up, so hopefully... I don't know if this is going to work or not, but it's a way to use Phoenicia, so I thought we'd try it. How's it going to work on the higher levels? I don't know. Alright, do this. So, let's go ahead and blow things up. And you don't have to cast Garuda unless you just want to, but let's go ahead and do this. The double damage is always amazing with Phoenicia, but you add on the medals and banners. Oh, so nice. I kind of want to do that again. Let's do the highest level here. You should be doing the lowest level, but I'm trying to show how this is going to work at not quite such a low level, you know what I mean? And then we're going to do this one more time, and then we're going to head in and, well, then I'm going to grab the last team to show you. Do I want to do that? I really would rather have my hero filled up. Oh, but that's too good to pass up. Should be full on the next go round. So we'll do this. We're a little slow here with the mana, considering. There we go. All right. Well, I mean, she's just going to destroy them. Even without the boost, I'm still too low level for it to really be able to show. But you can see how the team works at least. And lastly, we have Rubirath. It's Rubirath. Sorry, I just think of Scooby-Doo every time I see this name. So Rubirath, if you're lucky enough to have the red dragon from the gem dragon eggs in the dungeon. Damage to all enemies, boosted by red gems. I mean, it's powerful. We know it's powerful. This team, I actually forgot to put a team together for Rubirath. This team came from Bree. He was using a different class, but you can see I'm using Sunspear here. That's funny, right? Because I have High Priestess Tezca along. Now, the thing is that the way that storms work, whichever troop is lowest, if it has a persistent storm, is the one it's going to take. So, if my hero was here, it would take the red storm. But since I have Tezca here, lower than the hero, it's going to do the light storm every turn, except Rubirath also creates a storm at the start of battle. So, at the start of battle, for the first turn, we're going to have a firestorm. It's going to switch to the enemy and come back, and then it's going to switch to a light storm because of Tezca summoning every single turn. Okay? If Tezca gets killed, then I'll have the red storm. So, just to explain all of that weird storm stuff, because it is, and if you don't know these things, how are you going to find out? Nobody tells you. You might notice eventually on your own, but, why not have somebody help you with it? If you can. So, let's do yellow and purple. Awesome. And this time we're going to do this. All right, Rubirath. Rubirath. And it changed to a purple storm. Why did it change to a purple storm? Hold on. Stormcrow? Darkstorm at the start of battle. Let me watch these storms this time. So it should be... It changes to a Darkstorm because of him. So it started with a light storm here, or not light storm, a firestorm here, but immediately changed because the enemy's team overwrites your storm. So if they have a storm, it overwrites what you have. But then immediately it switched back because it was my turn. It switched to the light storm because of Tezca. I hope all of that made sense because that was a lot of talking. I'm actually going to now blow things up. Kapow! Hee hee hee. I love blowing things up. It's so fun. So we don't have a ton of red on the board, but I'm going to do this anyway because it's fun. All right. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this Behavior of Storms portion of the video and that you actually got to hear it. So anyway, please like and blooper. I hope you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.